Well, it is Wednesday and I am back in the office. It's been a busy couple of days for our law firm, both in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, have been in and around both states and put out a blog article regarding a recent case involving a football player from the Los Angeles Chargers, Denzel Perryman, who was arrested, and he was arrested on weapons charges, and the charges actually were just dropped totally. And with regards to the case itself, I put out the blog explaining the bail systems in Pennsylvania and New Jersey and how and comparing them with California's bail system. Now, in this particular case, this young man was held without bail because the judge believed that the charges were so serious that they had filed a petition to detain him in California. The bail system in California, there is a cash bail system, but there's also a system in place where you can be held on charges like this until a hearing. And that was happening here. Now, I put out the article to explain Pennsylvania's system with regards to it's still being a cash system. I actually had a bail hearing yesterday where a client, we surrendered him at approximately 7 o'clock in the morning in Philadelphia, and it took almost 24 hours to work its way through the system. He was released on bail, $25,000, 10% on a serious gun charge, but I remain confident that the case is going to go very well within Philadelphia despite the allegation. Now, in New Jersey, the system is different. There's a cashless bail system. The factors to determine bail are the same, but the court doesn't actually set a monetary amount. The person's either released on some kind of monitoring or is held. Now, with regards to the level of monitoring, that can vary based on the judge's determination following the review of the public safety assessment and arguments made by counsel. Obviously, the lowest level of monitoring is the goal from the defense standpoint, and from a prosecution standpoint, they are making the argument with regards to detention if they were to file a motion. But in Pennsylvania, we don't have that system in place. They still have a cash system, much like California's. Going back to the Perryman case, now, in this case, the charges were actually dropped today. It looks like it started as a vehicle stop, as most criminal charges do, and there was a vehicle search. Now, it looks like probably the DA out in that county looked at the case and realized that it was a bad stop, and before the case even got to the courts, made the decision not to prosecute. That's what it sounds like. Now, I'm sure that we will know more in coming days, but likely that's what happened. I'm sure that potentially the sports networks will pick it up, maybe locally there. I don't know about nationally because I'm not sure how of a popular player he is, but he had a number of weapons and actually two assault weapons in his vehicle. And given the fact that the assault weapon issue has become more of an issue, particularly for what occurred last week in the building of the NFL headquarters, perhaps we will see more about that. But the case shows the power of potential pretrial motions. Now, this case didn't get to a pretrial motion because this person is possibly a celebrity of some sort, and possibly the DA out in the county was worried about some negative press, possibly some profiling issues. They decided not to prosecute, and he was released, and he won't be face any criminal charges. So he went from facing a matter where he wasn't even given bail to being completely exonerated, or at least not being prosecuted. But if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, the website gamboandlaw.com. As always, a tremendous resource for you and your family. All of my books, my blogs, my videos are available there in one convenient forum. I'm going to link in the blog article that I wrote on this matter. It's a very good article. It just explains the bail system in Pennsylvania and New Jersey and compares it to California. Bail is a very, very important issue if you are charged with a crime in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. You want to get bail, otherwise you're going to be staying in custody until the case works its way through the system, and that could take months or possibly years in some cases. So potentially, it is a very, very important issue that you and your attorney need to understand. But once again, if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey. Have a great Wednesday, and I'll talk to you all very soon.